Good afternoon. Okay, so I guess I should introduce myself. I just assumed since I'm on my page. I'm Sarah Wagner, and I do, let's say, transformational life coaching. I'm kind of in a transition myself right now from business coaching into more spirituality and life coaching. But I put up a post yesterday in which I asked you guys a little bit about meditation and what's holding you back from meditation. And a lot of you had two very similar reasons. It was either time or an inability to focus. And this magic minute meditation will address both of those things because you are spending 1 minute doing the meditation. And something I wanted to mention was I have this book that you might be interested in depending on how much you do with spirituality and meditation and all that stuff. It's by, let me move my hand. It's by Sonia Choquette. In this book, she mentions that if you're new to meditating, that you shouldn't be meditating more than 2 to 3 minutes at a time. If you want to do it multiple times a day, that's fine. If you want to do it once a day, that's fine. But when you're new to it, it's like a muscle that you have to train like anything else, right? I mean, you're not born ready to drive a car. You're also not born ready to meditate like a Buddhist monk. You have to work your way there. And so don't be hard on yourself. And also understand that everybody has their own styles of meditation that fit their personalities and their lifestyle. And that will also change throughout your life. And because, right, your spirit and your personality shifts and the things going on in your life, the circumstances, those all change. So be gentle with yourself and know that all of this can be different. One other thing I wanted to address before we do the Magic Minute meditation together is that yesterday some people made comments on that post about how time is just an excuse and you just need to push through it and this and that. Well, what I want you to stop creating that negativity, that self-criticism around making an excuse, and stop calling it an excuse. Allow it to be an awareness. Okay, because really when you're sitting there and you're telling me, okay, my number one issue is time, I know enough to know that that's not the root cause, but that is the way that the issue in your life is expressing itself in like a physical way for all of us to see. So allow it to be that awareness where you go, oh, okay, so time is my issue. And then give yourself the time to reflect on that. Okay, well, if time wasn't an issue, what really is? Or what is it about time that's holding me back? Is it because I'm always with the kids? Well, maybe I need to find a way to incorporate the kids. Anyway, you get the point. So I just want you to give yourself a little self-love, be gentle with yourself, and allow your excuses to become awarenesses instead. Because we don't want to push through things in our life. Okay, think of it like, think of it this way, right? Like if you're going to drive a car, it takes a little bit, to get that car going, right? You've got to push on the gas pedal. Most of us don't have cars that are going to 0 to 60 in the first 5 seconds. You've got to get it going, but once it's going, it's rolling, okay? That is like using your feminine energy, your energy that's connected to the divine, that's connected to your intuition and is in the flow of life and allowing things to be graceful. When you're just pushing through things, it's as if you've said, well, I can't figure out how to get this car moving. So you get out of the car and you get behind it and you just manually start pushing that car. Are you going to move the car? Well, yes, most likely, especially if you have someone else to help you. You're going to move that car, but it's going to be a constant struggle, right? Instead of just taking the time to stay inside the car and figure out how to get the car going so that it will take off. And so that it'll start rolling with its own momentum, okay? So for the Magic Minute meditation, all you're going to do is you're going to sit up straight, preferably in a chair, because the idea behind this meditation is to be able to do it, at work, at the dining room table, whenever you just get a minute. It's literally 1 minute long, okay? And so you're going to sit up straight. And then you're just going to start taking a few slow, deep breaths. You don't want to go so slow that you're like focused on your breath. it still needs to be comfortable, okay? And when you focus on pulling in that breath, pull it down into the pelvic area and allow that all to relax. Like, I can't think of a PC way to say this, but you should feel like your butt and everything relax, okay? That area right there at the base of the spine and where all the sex organs are and stuff is where you hold, it's your first chakra. It's where you hold safety. And what you're going to find as you become more aware is that you hold it tight a lot. Relax it, okay? At least for the 1 minute of your meditation. So pull that breath in and just allow yourself to take those calm, deep breaths. What I'm going to do here is tell you when to start. And we're going to time it for 1 minute. And all you're going to do is count how many inhales you take during that minute. Okay? There's no right or wrong. It's just counting how many inhales you have. Okay? You ready? All right. Let's start. All right, so finish your breath there. There we go. So finish your breath there and just make note of how many you had. So I had 7 inhales. So what that means is it takes you approximately, me at least, 7 breaths, whatever you had. It takes you approximately that many breaths to make it through 1 minute. So now you don't need a timer or anything. When you need a break or when you just want to practice your meditation, all you're going to do is sit down as straight as you can comfortably sit, and you're going to take those deep breaths. I would take 7 of them, and then I'd pop back up and I'd be done. Close your eyes while you do this just so that you can kind of rest and focus internally. Do not worry about any thoughts that come to your mind. It's not about having a blank mind. Although if you want to, you can like count your breaths. So let's say I had 7. So if you double that, it's 14, so that you can count 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, and then keep going. And then you could kind of focus on those numbers if you really wanted to try to quiet your mind. But this style of meditation is not intended to empty the mind or, keep you from thinking anything. And it's not necessarily intended to be spiritual or connect you to the divine. Now, you can always set your own intention with that. You could set a prayer beforehand, or instead of focusing on the numbers, you could focus on seeing whatever that spiritual figure is that you connect with. So you could make it into something spiritual if you enjoy that. But that's about it. I see there's a few of you that stayed on for this whole thing. Do you have any questions for me before we jump off? Do you think you'll be able to incorporate this? Maybe, hopefully, once a day? Okay. Okay, well, I won't sit around waiting for comments. I hope that helps you. And I look forward to jumping on and helping you with some more meditation in the future. If you happen to be a female, because as of right now, my group is still just for women, you can hop on over into Biz Alchemy for spiritual entrepreneurs, and I do a guided meditation in there every week that you could jump on board with and try out some new stuff. Thank you. Have a good day.